Eskom's proposed 36.1% electricity tariff hike, set to start in April, has ignited controversy and concerns among the public. I recently watched a Newzroom Afrika interview where Arabile Gumede discussed this with Thulani Tshefuta of NEDLAC. Are tariff hikes the solution to Eskom's problem, or are they a punishment for those who are already paying for electricity? Is Eskom creating the perfect conditions for social unrest to develop by increasing tariffs? Welcome to the Riaan Show, where I look at those stories that affect every South African in some or other way. Before I discuss the interview that I watched, I want you to remember the NERSA public hearings that took place in various provinces from 18 November to 4 December 2024. NERSA has not yet made a decision based on these public hearings and is only expected to do so by 25 January 2025. Eskom, our less than loved South African power utility, has applied to the National Energy Regulator of South Africa, that's NERSA, for a significant 36.1% electricity price hike, set to take effect in April of this year. This proposed increase is part of a larger plan which includes an additional 11.8% price increase in 2026, followed by another 9.1% increase in 2027. This will effectively see prices climb 66% over the period. According to Eskom, the price hike is necessary to cover operational costs, address infrastructure maintenance, and reduce debt accumulated over years of financial mismanagement and non-payment by municipalities. However, many argue that this increase will only disproportionately affect lower income households who are already struggling to make ends meet. Let me give you a quick example. Pensioners receive a grant of 2,190 Rand. With electricity costing an average of 1,200 Rand per household, they spend over half their income on it. Despite paying diligently, this wipes out much of their state support, essentially taking back what was given. But let's get to the interview. Thulani Tshefuta, the NEDLAC constituency head, strongly condemned the proposed hike, stating that it is an uncalled for stripping of the already downtrodden people of South Africa. Tshefuta emphasized that the increase will have dire consequences for households, communities, and society at large, exacerbating socio-economic inequalities and potentially triggering widespread civil disobedience. Unrest. One of the primary concerns is that the proposed hike goes against the government's stated goals, particularly the medium-term development plan's focus on reducing the cost of living. With electricity prices consistently rising above inflation rates, households and businesses are being priced out of affordable electricity. Moreover, the issue of municipal debt cannot be ignored, with 75 municipalities owing Eskom a staggering 92 billion Rand in unpaid electricity bills. It is clear that better collection and coordination between national, provincial, and local governments are needed. In response to Outcry's claims that Eskom's economic modelling is outdated, Tshefuta emphasized the need for a more nuanced approach. Rather than imposing unaffordable price hikes, Eskom should focus on providing consistent and sustainable electricity supply at affordable rates, ensuring free basic services and indigent policies for those who are genuinely unable to pay. This is the basic summary of the interview, but you are welcome to watch it at the link in the description of this video. I do agree with Thulani's statement in the interview that the increase should be rejected with contempt, as it is unrealistic and unsustainable. This sentiment has even been echoed by many others, including our own Minister of Energy and Electricity, Dr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa. I apologize for the pronunciation. In a news article published by Business Tech on 2 January 2025, Minister Ramokgopa issued a similar warning, stating that the hike could create a perfect storm that can undermine a legitimate government, ultimately becoming a national security problem. In other words, steep increases in the cost of electricity are a ticking time bomb that could trigger unrest and undermine the government. Those who have followed Minister Ramokgopa's public statements over the years and months might feel a sense of déjà vu, as he has mentioned this risk of unrest before, calling it a national security problem. Similarly, South African Human Rights Commission Chair Chris Nissen warned in October of 2024 in an interview with Cape Talk Radio, "We are foreseeing as the Commission that these kinds of issues are sparks in our community that can ignite unrest." The financial strain on both large industries and small to medium enterprises is expected to intensify. Many businesses have reported that rising electricity costs are threatening their sustainability, prompting some to invest in alternative energy sources like solar power. However, the dependency on Eskom for electricity remains high, limiting options for many consumers and businesses alike. The initial investment for solar systems can range from 100,000 Rand to several million Rand, depending on the scale and quality of the installation. This upfront cost can be a barrier for many small businesses, especially small businesses. Businesses often still incur costs related to grid connection fees to maintain access to Eskom's electricity grid during periods of low solar generation or high electricity demand. So there is always some kind of dependence on Eskom. So any tariff increase often still affects even those who have turned to solar. At this stage, I'm sure we can all agree that a major price hike is bad. It's bad for the economy, it's bad for business, and it's bad for the residents in general, where many are already struggling with poverty and unemployment. But how do we solve this problem? Admittedly, Eskom has issues. However, is the problem solely with Eskom, or are there many issues causing a cascading effect? This situation pushes the problem back to Eskom as a symptom of a larger issue, rather than addressing the multiple initial causes. Allow me to present some of my theories combined with what we already know about the cause of Eskom's woes. The idea I'm about to share might not be popular with those who think electricity should be free, but the reality is that there is no such thing as free electricity. Electricity is a product that is generated at a cost. These costs, including the distribution of the electricity, need to be covered, and ultimately the free electricity some receive is paid for by taxpayers. While I understand the poverty problem, it is unfair to burden taxpayers with a problem they didn't create. Access to electricity may be a right, but unlimited free electricity cannot be. This belief leads to illegal connections, causing overloads and faults that require costly maintenance and repairs. So, how does illegal connections contribute to the problem? This might be hard to hear for some. When the ANC came to power, they promised to provide electricity to everyone. Unfortunately, many saw this as a chance to steal electricity, believing it was their right as ANC voters. The electricity distribution network was expanded, especially in municipalities, to areas with limited or no electricity. The problem then became selling the electricity to the consumers. The old system of electricity meters and meter readers seemed inefficient compared to the new idea of prepaid electricity, which turned out to be the first step in the wrong direction. Prepaid electricity has a major flaw, and that is that it can be stolen. Unlike a monitored meter, which is checked for the amount of electricity that is used every month, and thus can also be checked for tampering, prepaid meters are mostly a trust mechanism where users are trusted to buy electricity and not tamper with a meter which is never inspected. The result is meters that get bypassed, or even a black market arising, selling illegally generated electricity tokens at bargain prices. All this results in a loss of electricity revenue. Bypassed meters and illegal connections are electricity theft, which municipalities still have to pay for. Unfortunately, it's difficult to determine the number of illegal connections and the extent of the electricity loss because there is no real-time monitoring of these systems. Therefore, municipal electricity revenue is lost due to both prepaid electricity issues and illegal connections. Before people think I'm only blaming consumers, we need to address the municipality issues too. Municipalities face revenue loss due to corruption and unpaid electricity bills from users bypassing meters or making these illegal connections. Granted, there is corruption in many municipalities, leading to lost revenue and unpaid discounts. This problem is multifaceted, affecting both municipalities and the consumers. The problem isn't just with consumers. It started with the ANC taking control in 1994, leading to skilled people losing their jobs and being replaced by often less skilled workers due to BEE policies. This affected maintenance and administration of the power system. Political interference, corruption and maintenance fraud also contributed to the issues. Eskom grew beyond its capacity, leading to load shedding as more power was needed than could be generated. Revenue loss from unpaid bills, illegal connections and corruption has escalated the problem. The government has been using taxpayer money to support Eskom, but it's not enough. Now, price hikes are punishing people who are paying consumers, while many still don't pay. Only about 40% of electricity users are actually paying, while the rest is stolen or bypassed. Big companies may also be avoiding payments. Eskom needs more revenue, and unfortunately, price hikes are seen as the solution. There are multiple solutions to the problem, but none of them interest the current government, or rather, that part which is controlled by the ANC within the GNU. The ANC doesn't want to deal with the real issues because they are unpopular. I have some ideas for solutions, which are my opinions, and I'm not an expert, but I believe many people will agree with me. However, these solutions will never be popular. People who voted for the ANC will become very unhappy because the ANC promised free electricity, and these solutions will take that away. The issue of electricity theft through bypassing prepaid meters and illegal connections is a significant challenge that needs addressing. Bypassing prepaid meters allows individuals to use electricity without paying, resulting in no revenue being generated for the municipality, who still needs to pay Eskom. Additionally, illegal connections further exacerbate the problem, causing additional electricity losses. The combination of these factors leads to substantial financial losses and complicates the management of electricity distribution. To address these issues, a comprehensive solution is proposed. The first step involves removing prepaid meters and replacing them with the standard electricity meters, the old type. This shift from a trust-based system to a direct monitoring model ensures that all electricity usage is recorded accurately. Implementing a meter reading team is also crucial. This team would be responsible for regularly reading the meters, ensuring consistent monitoring and accurate billing. Developing a mobile app specifically for meter readers is another key component of the solution. This app should allow meter readers to take photos of the meters, scan and record the meter values automatically through OCR, and attach GPS location to each meter that was read. This ensures accuracy and accountability in the readings. The app can be used to monitor for tampering and illegal connections through photos. Meter readers can take photos of any suspicious activities and report them through the app, enhancing the detection and prevention of electricity theft. Safety is a major concern, especially in areas considered unsafe for meter readers. To address this, it is proposed that meter readers be accompanied by security personnel. This ensures their protection and the integrity of the meter readings. By implementing these measures, municipalities can improve revenue collection, reduce losses from unpaid electricity, and enhance the overall security and efficiency of electricity distribution. Security of the meter reading areas is a concern. I believe a security team needs to be created, maybe even headed by the SAPS, or possibly from an independent security company to protect the meter readers and their work. This is especially important in areas where meter reading is likely to be unpopular. Having meter readers in these areas will reveal illegal connections and tampering with meters, making security very important. Unfortunately, this new security measure will be unpopular with many who currently get their electricity through illegal connections. The next solution I propose is to create a revenue auditing team, potentially managed by Eskom. This team would visit municipalities with existing problems and have government approval to access their financial records. Their main goal would be to identify where revenue is lacking and help these municipalities understand why funds are missing or unpaid. They would also investigate why certain meters are still operating despite non-payment. While this idea adds a new layer of administration and requires more clerical work, it is essential to prevent financial losses. Proper record keeping is essential to avoid losing money and to close loopholes that allow corruption. Municipal managers, mayors, and financial officers should be held accountable. And rather than just receiving a slap on the wrist, they should face fines that they must personally pay, or even jail time if corruption or illegal activities are discovered. Fixing Eskom is a complex task that requires a skilled workforce. This includes skills for building new power stations, nuclear power generation, and maintaining power systems. It is essential to have skilled personnel, not only in power generation but also in power distribution, including connecting and repairing. It is time to reconsider policies such as BEE, which prioritize hiring based on policy rather than actual skills. In the current situation, finding a solution is more important than adhering to outdated policies from 1994. Regarding Eskom's top management and administration, their bonuses and salaries need to be scrutinized. Eskom, being a government entity, should not operate like a private company. The employees are public servants and should not receive the same high salaries as those in the private sector. A thorough audit is needed at the top level to ensure that employees have the necessary skills and are doing their jobs effectively. This audit should also extend to maintenance teams to confirm that workers are performing their duties properly. It is crucial to reduce outsourcing of work and do more work internally. This approach will prevent tender fraud and stop outside contractors from sabotaging systems to increase their workload. Establishing learning centers within Eskom to educate school students to become electricians and maintenance personnel is also essential. This will reduce reliance on contractors and promote skills development. After completing their apprenticeship, these same skilled individuals can enter the private sector, benefiting both Eskom and the broader community. There are multiple solutions to Eskom's issues, but many are unpopular with Eskom's managing board, who want to protect their salaries, and government officials who want to retain power. Implementing unpopular solutions may lead to a loss of votes and popularity. I acknowledge that my proposed solutions are not popular, and even though the government may have heard similar ideas from experts, they likely found them unpopular and will refuse to implement them. People may protest, demanding the free electricity they were promised. One significant problem is the fear of addressing areas where many illegal connections exist. The government fears that disconnecting these illegal connections will be unpopular. However, it is necessary because illegal connections harm paying customers by leading to tariff hikes. These hikes unfairly punish those who are already paying for electricity. But what do you think? Do you have any ideas or solutions? What do you propose to prevent tariff hikes and fix Eskom's electricity issues? Consider both Eskom and the municipal levels, as well as the consumer level. How should we address illegal connections, prepaid meters, corruption, corrupt tenders, and corrupt contractors? If you have any suggestions, please do share them in the comment section below this video. Thank you for watching, and if you found any value in this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.